day 7 of my 100 Days of Code challenge, and I'm just going to jump straight into it from where I left last night, adding some ability to describe code in a markdown file and make asserts and have those actually tested and run. So I'm using Quick.js to simulate, well, to run the actual JavaScript. So here, it seems to be stuck on an old screen. That keeps happening. There we go. All right. So I have some code here. Assert 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, but here I want to do let's just talk through the code so far. So I'm loading balanced pairs, which is a tool I wrote ages ago, to basically get even or uneven pairs, and I'm using it to grab code fences, and so it grabs the code fences in this markdown file basically, and I'm passing things to assert. Let's go run that. That's because I changed things. I think it was verify before. So I was just running it through verify, and I figured, yeah, here we go. This has an undefined result here, which is, I think, what we're seeing here. And let me set my, my timer. I've got to get at least an hour of coding in to meet the challenge. All right. So verify. So what I want to do is I want to update verify. So what am I getting error? I'm just going to remove this guy. Let's just have one code block running right now. Wondering where my undefines are coming from. So verify is being passed in as a callback, and I'm giving the VM the verify function, and this is the heap from Quick.js. Just kind of error object. So verify is being called down here. It's returning the result. But what I want to know is if I can pass in existing functions, if I can pass in assert. So, can I pass in nodes assert function into the VM? I'm guessing I probably can't. I'd have to rebuild parts of it on my side, right? Maybe QuickJS is the wrong approach. Maybe I should be saving these out to files and instrumenting them. Yeah. What's going to be faster? Writing out the markdown code snippets to file and then running those instrumented with nodes assert, or using this VM. I suspect it's going to be the former. What's going to be faster? Writing these out to files and instrumenting them with the assert function import, or using the VM here. Oh. QuickJS doesn't run Jet, yeah. Wow, 100 times less overhead. Yeah. This is interesting. Let's experiment with this. Oops. That's cool. I want to get a nice icon. Oh, let's just call it lab. VM is not defined. Using your code from number 2, it said VM is not defined. No, that's just VM is capitalized because I'm speaking to you for a voice control. It's actually lowercase. I copied your code exactly. Passed, okay. Okay, well that's a better way to do it then. Great. Alright, so we can get rid of all this VM junk. Bye bye QuickJS. Oops. Alright, so it's showing me, it's finding the code in the comments too. Let's just keep it simple. So, assert dot strict equals okay, so it's pulled the code block out of my markdown file. Adding 2 and 2 to 2 equals 4. I'm too tired. 1 from 2 equals 1. We'll leave that at 4 so we can see the error, and let's leave this at 3 so we get 2 errors. Addition attraction. There's our 2 pieces of code. It'll do. And it doesn't pick up on the MJS, so I'm going to change it to JS. Which is too bad, but that's okay. Now, if we run the same thing, we see the 2 pieces of code. Now let's have a look. We want to import Node's own VM, which I didn't know it had. It's good to learn. So it's in this one. So we're passing in the assert. Oh, that's really cool. I like it. Well, so we already know what code is. We grab that straight out of the markdown. Script is new, VM script code. That's really cool that you can use node :VM. I didn't know it had its own internal VM in this way that you could interact with. So can you add, can you use await inside of your code, and how does that work with this in the host script or the calling script? I wonder if the timeout is, if it passes that time, it kind of kills it, so things don't get out of hand. Okay. Timeout on run-in context only limits the initial synchronous execution, not the later async timer. The await result controls when the host continues. Global this, okay. Interesting. Okay. So I'll have to account for that later. Is the timeout that is past just a default timeout. So if the code takes too long, the script kills it, so system resources don't get swallowed up. Doesn't apply to async operations. Okay. The VM doesn't kill processes, it just throws an exception. Interesting. Cert.strict equals is not a function. What's the example I was given? What's that strict equal works here? Am I getting it from notice that? Yep. Script, VM.script. Gonna log this like this. All right, let's how do I escape a backtick? Hopefully it will understand what I'm getting at. In fact, I'll just remove the surrounding, it will still know. Don't need this to be async anymore, I think. I'm just running synchronous stuff right now. Okay. Let's see what it thinks of this. Oh, I just forgot the trailing S. Oh, wait. I mean, I added a trailing S, I guess. Alright, now it's actually throwing assertion errors. Good. So let's get node test in here. Oops. And what else do I need? I want to import node path. Here I want to do test name equals path dot relative was dir name run in modular JavaScript? We'll see. Let's just test this. Solo test name. Yeah, not find an ES module scope. We'll just keep it simple for now. We'll do run test from Markdown. File path. I always use file path to mean file, the file name and the file path and the extension. I'll just Markdown. Alright, so each Markdown represents a test, is the idea here. It's being, if you're describing the software in one file of how to use a particular feature, you might have all those tests, those assertions together in one file. So let's just do a quick review. Show me the structure of a group of 2 node tests, or 2 tests in the node in Node's default test runner. Just want to look at the structure and substructure of things to see how to replicate it. So test. What about grouped? Would these be nested one level deeper? Okay. Okay. So just trying to think how I'd write this. I'm gonna write it this. I'm just gonna do it the easy way first. So each one needs to be running. I guess it doesn't need to be run individually, does it? I'm going to build the test this way. Test group equals test from node test. Okay, am I getting node test in? Yeah. And the group is the markdown file, and we'll sanitize how that looks later, make it look nicer. I guess clean up is what I mean, not sanitize. And then I guess this is T. And let's use JS. So I have to add it to this piece. I guess the group, test addition, test subtraction. Let's look at it from the group level, okay. Async T. And let's give it a name here. So, simple addition. When when markdown is red, is everything on the fenced line not included in the code that's then extracted? or does it wait until a new line character to run the code, or does it run code immediately? So can I do a one-line code fence without any new lines? Yeah, the opening fence marks the start, the next one makes the end. Yeah, no, it doesn't execute anything. Execution only happens, yep. Right. And your runner then slices it like JS. Yeah, because I don't think anything, because I think the code, when I see the code here, it says const add. Actually, let me check it now. So simple subtraction, addition. I don't think in my case anyway, it says link. What's the problem here? Markdown file's already been declared. Oh yeah, oops. Path must be an argument type of string. Where's that coming from? Oh, so markdown file, so it's not getting anything. File path is index. Okay. Markdown file. Oh, I'm not sending it in as an object, of course. All right. How do I do this again? Extensions. Let's see what I've already got installed. Backticks, right. It's kind of a code comment thing. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, so it's not getting anything, fortunately, from this line, so lang. Let's see. Oh, that's because I'm intentionally not getting it. All right. So I might want to find another way to do this. Okay, so let's say you have this block of code. The JS is always picked up by the, I want to say the word interpreter, but that's the wrong word, by whatever is pulling the code out of the code fences. But would then, in this example, addition, the word addition and the quotes be added to the code Or is that whole line ignored? Parser, that's what I was thinking of. I know. Markdown. Everything on that same line just becomes part of the fence. Is metadata. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, good. All right. So metadata, that's good. In fact, I don't even want, maybe, so let's print out the language from here. We'll log the code, or actually we'll log the lang and then the code. What do we got up here? Lang JS edition. So lang equals code start is /n. Lang end is body.bossy, body.index of space, lang end description is body.slice lang end comma code start. See what we get now. And then I'm actually not going to try and run the tests. Oops. Lang JS description as it is, so it's a +1. Oops. Okay, good. So now this is the test. So actually this can drop to no, test group. Lines test lines equals so we've oops, let's go look back at the structure of these guys. It's a wait T. Let's try that. Same again with the JS. So we're going to get the description. Then the assert. And then the code from that block. Call that tests. Dot push. And then yep. So now we're going to move this down. Test group equals tests dot cat. And there's a new line and stuff in there, so it should be okay. I wonder if this will run. Let's put test group. So see the whole test group. Oh, got some problems. Description is not defined. Bad variable name. Okay. Test group. I didn't run it. There we go. I think I have to put that. There we go. It's pretty good. Now let's try running all of that. Wow, I'm so tired. I stayed up all night on Friday fixing my kid's Minecraft server. Oh my goodness. Still catching up. Okay. Instead of running code, we're now going to run the test group. Yeah. And that's not the result. We need quotes. Test. So the name of the test group is markdown file. Because those are both green, it looks like it's not working. Oh, and it's not working. Where are we coming from? Test. What's it choking on? Nope. Might be helpful actually if I remove this for a second. Oh yeah, so it is. So maybe it's just how I'm wrapping things up. go. Let's be more careful with this. Replace it with an actual tab. Don't know that I can. Anyway, let me just do it the hard way. I could replace it with space, I suppose. Replace it with 4 spaces. So, new line, this. Okay. Start with that. Oops, you know what? We could do this. Now I'm more confused. Alright. Test indexMD is okay. Async /n. Might help. Excuse me. It might be easier if I look at each test. Then tests.push test. So what do we got here? /n, tab, drag /n, return. Somewhere I'm missing something. Unexpected token. Oh, did I do t.test? Oh, I did. Yeah. Oh wait, t.test. Give me the command for JavaScript to replace all types of string with something else in a big string. Oh wait, hold on. they still... Okay. Oops. That's not where I wanted it. My brain is fried. Replace multiple strings in another JavaScript string. Monopole. Replace multiple strings in another JavaScript string. That's how long it's been. Why, when I'm on console logging test group isn't an array, right? No. String, okay. I would have expected to see it all as one long string, not broken up like this. Does Node automatically see a new line when it prints a string and put the next piece of the string on the next line in the console output? So if it does, I think it might have changed. Yeah, it is doing that. Okay. So how do I see the rendered result? But I thought I was already doing that. Oh, there we go. Ah, as if because I was doing this. Yeah, okay. Wow, I'm tired. Okay. So it's better. So now I can see what I'm doing. Test. Wait, test. Oh, what's this thing here? Oh, I didn't do the concat properly. I guess I want to concat with a new line. Guess it didn't make a difference, but does it run? Nope, same difference. And that's there we go. Test. Ah, there's no string on addition. Okay, maybe that will run. Nope. On line 25 though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess this is the line 25 it doesn't like. Let's see if I can get this problem finished. Let's bring this into a real file and just clean it up, then it should be obvious. So wait, test. Yeah, so there's this comma. I've misremembered. Show me a JavaScript concatenation of an array holding 2 strings. Oh dear. Where's that extra comma coming from? What if you do -n in there? I mean, I know it will do a new line. And if you leave the parens inside the parens of concat, if you leave it blank, does it put a comma in? Oh, I'm thinking of join. Wow. Elementary stuff. There we go, that should run now, I think. Nope. Test is not defined. Because I haven't passed it in. Hey, this is better. Alright, so we don't need... So now we can put these back where they were, even though the test code itself is going to be ugly. The user's not going to see it. Hey, add is not defined. That's a session error. And then there's a reference error. Okay, let's get rid of all of this other junk that we're logging. Let's just log the result. I wonder why I'm seeing this promise piece. Next.md. Well, let's make them pass. This should be 4. This should be 1. Addition now passed. Add is not defined. Aha. Good. So that's giving us the right info. Hooray. Why am I seeing? Oh yeah, I logged that again. Okay. So let's do something like assert md in the markdown file. Yeah. Oops. Okay, so my code is running now, but I'm getting this weird promise at the start, and I'm wondering why it's printing out. Let's just double check. Result, let's try await, and then we're going to have to make this async. Maybe that will just work. Yay. Oh, undefined. What is undefined? What's the type of excuse me, result? I think it's a string. Type of result is undefined. Maybe I don't need to log it at all. Maybe it's that's why. Nice. Great. Cool. Now I can put test in my markdown and run them with this thing. So I've got to turn this into a tool now that I can reuse. But that's going to be for a different night. All right, thanks for watching.